Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool. And is this the new bug out clamp? The survival clamp, the prepper clamp? This thing is incredible. This is the Klein 6-inch, 300-pound speed clamp. Now Klein just released a bunch of clamps, various lengths in both 150 and 300, but I am so happy they did this. This is a 6-inch clamp with 300 pounds of clamping force. Of course it's reversible as well, but just think about this. Most clamps, when they get small like this, for some reason the folks who design the clamps think that the clamps ought to be tiny. Even DeWalt, starts to thin it out a little bit. And I use these for everything, and they fail often at this small size, which is really too bad. I mean, look at this. This is the Klein, and this is the DeWalt. Now, maybe DeWalt makes bigger ones, but this is incredible. Not only has it got the same interface as the larger ones, this is a 6-inch version, with a 6-inch gap, 6-inch jaw capacity here. They also make a 12-inch and a 24-inch, and those are sitting back here, and they're huge. And most people might migrate to those thinking, oh, you can always go small. They all go 0 to 24 inches. But a lot of the stuff I do, I'm grabbing the smaller clamps. Sometimes I used to grab these Bessies. I've got some little tiny ones. These are the Bessies that are made in China. You can see right here. Distributed, blah, 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 New York, made in China. If you grab one of these older Bessies, this is Bessie made in Germany, and the way you can tell is because it says original on it, so they're at least being honest. But I use these clamps for everything. But having a 300-pound 6-inch clamp, it's $20 is about the retail price on this. And yes, you can easily pop this off, reverse it, and it does come with extra jaws, so you can easily pop one of these things off and throw on something that's designed for something else. You lose a little bit of capacity there. I'm going to need that in a second for this test, but for a 300-pound clamp, think about this. In a small form factor, all of the things I can do. Now this to me is way, way more effective and essential and useful than if you look at the Klein website, they call it, they dump it into the miscellaneous job site accessories. Not this one. This is, to me, an overlanding clamp. There's so many times when you want to you don't need a huge clamp, you need a strong clamp, a simple, effective clamp to hold something down, to easily move it back and forth, whether it's repairs, whether it's shelter, whether it's fixing something while you're, or holding something while you're trying to fix something else. I mean, it's just an incredible, powerful, small, lightweight, intensely useful clamp. $20. You got to have one of these for everything but clamping wood. Wood, you might need some bigger ones, but I use these for all kinds of things. Anytime, almost any time now, that I'm grinding down a tool, I'm using a clamp like this to hold it. Clamp like this when I'm modifying something, filing something, working on something, even if I'm sort of building something that is to help for something else, like a piece of plywood sticking out over the end of something in order to get a measurement. Everything. I use these clamps. And the faster they operate, the better they are. And the stronger. I mean, look at the size of this thing. This DeWalt I've been using forever. And it always, I crunch it down until, it's failing, it's bending, and it finally pops loose and I have to retighten it. Unbelievable that they did this. I hope whoever decided that it was okay to make a 300-pound 6-inch clamp gets a raise, because this is incredible. Let's go ahead and test this thing out. I have not done this because I've only got one of these test units here. But what I'm going to do is slide this thing in here. Look at that. Does it fit? It does. It shouldn't. Why? Because if you look at this, it is over 6 inches. This is almost 6, it's a little over 6 1/8, almost 6 1/4 in freedom units. Let's go ahead and see what 300 pounds of force can do to something like this. No problem. I'm going to pause right here to use this as my cover video or cover thumbnail. Get the lighting just right. About right. Get those other Kleins. There we go. Okay, we resume now to our test. Look at that thing. It just, and if I need to head in again, unbelievable. So, Klein, I don't know ideally what you were thinking, making a 300-pound 6-inch one, but to me, this is a sleeper possibly, because I haven't heard anyone talking about it the way it is, and also incredibly useful. This is going with me everywhere. It is now in my essentials kit. Right there, you can see the product number on this. It is the 47555. Sells for about $19.90 something, various outlets. Or you could probably, I don't know if they have it in a set or not, but anyway, this is incredible. Unbelievable. I'm so glad Klein did this. Does come with the extra set of these. I wish there was a way to attach them, but on the other hand, you know, that's not necessarily what I'm going to use it for. And yeah, of course, I know you're all thinking, yeah, you could extract information out of somebody with one of these. 300 pounds, that'll get them talking. That's not where this channel goes. But Klein Tools, good on you. I'm so happy with this thing. This is incredible. Let me know your thoughts. And with that, Doc out.